Tagalog Layatu and a very good evening. These are our top stories for you for tonight. The Ministry of Health is currently in discussion with the Government of New Zealand on the vaccine rollout here in Niue. Speaking to BCN News, the Director General of Health, Galen Tasmania, reiterated the importance of the vaccine as Niue look towards a two-way travel bubble with New Zealand.
We want to encourage people to be covered because it's not a guarantee that you won't get COVID. That has never been the case, but it does help to minimize the effect or the severity of the disease should you have it. But some level of coverage is a lot better than no level of coverage at all.
Cabinet has approved the use of the Pfizer vaccine, which is the same vaccine that is currently being rolled out in New Zealand, and hopes that everyone that is eligible for the vaccine will be vaccinated.
We want to ensure that everyone who is eligible to get the vaccine, and that is those who are aged 16 years and older, that's the eligible population. We would encourage everyone who is eligible to be vaccinated to come forth when we have the vaccines on island and get vaccinated. This vaccine, because it's held at ultra cold temperatures, we cannot hold it in the fridge for long periods of time here. We have a 5-day window, and we're hoping that we will work with groups in the population to be able to vaccinate everyone. If it's not within that 5-day window, at least over 2 weeks perhaps. But definitely we want to vaccinate everyone who is eligible. And we encourage everyone to be vaccinated. Then you will come, we will give you a date, you come to the hospital, and we will vaccinate you. But you've got to go through a process. So you have to consent first. You need to understand what it is that you are getting vaccinated for and understand what are the side effects. And we know that over 20 million doses have been given out worldwide, and there hasn't been anything there that we've seen that would possibly be a very adverse event from the vaccination.
Galen says vaccination is not mandatory, but due to the required storage guidelines for the Pfizer vaccines, Niue does not have the capabilities of storing these vaccines and will find it difficult to hold it for anyone not willing to be vaccinated when they start rolling out the vaccines.
Once we do, we are ready with New Zealand to say, okay, Niue, we're ready to come and assist you. This is how many doses you can have. We'll be ready to vaccinate everyone. And when we have the ability to do that, we can do it within 2 weeks at the most. We can do it in 5 days, but it means a lot of coordination and a lot of cooperation from everyone. If we were to choose to vaccinate in 5 days, we would have to vaccinate 240 people a day. That's a lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of resources. So if we can stretch that out to maybe 2 weeks, it just gives more time for people to be encouraged to come in, but also more time for the staff to be able to talk to you as an individual and help you should you be undecided. But I'm encouraging you to be vaccinated when the vaccine comes, because we don't know when we will have another chance to do this the second time around. So if we can do it and cover as many people as we can, hopefully the entire eligible population in this first round, the better prepared and better protected we will be as a nation.
In a press release, the Honourable Sauni Tongatuli said, "The rollout of the Pfizer vaccine is the most significant protection we have to ensure the ongoing health and safety of Niueans people, and it also strengthens our COVID response."
Ministry of Health is concerned with misleading information that is circulating on social media regarding the vaccines and encourages the general public to sought after official information only that is released by government officials.
There will be a lot of other information that is floating around in social media and other sources, but I would encourage people to rely on official sources of information, and that comes through the Department of Health, the Office of the Secretary to Government. Anything that is officially from those sources, from the Government of Niue, is the information you should be relying on. If you opt to go to Facebook for your sources of information, then I would caution that it wouldn't be accurate information, not all the time, and I would encourage just to stick to official information. And if you're still in doubt, then come talk to us. Don't go talk to other people, but come to the health department and ask the team, about the accuracy of the information that you get.
Niue Entrepreneur Women and Niue's first Academy for Women Entrepreneurs was launched last Saturday at the scenic Matawai Resort. The first activity of the Academy is the delivery of the Dream Builder course with lead facilitators Katrina Tawefasi, Catherine Papani and Fiafia Rex. 23 participants have registered for the course and 18 arrived promptly for Niue's day one of the course last Saturday. The All-Women Academy shall be visiting women-led businesses as part of their 13 courses. The event was graced by the presence of the Minister's Honourable Crosley Tatui, Honourable Mona Ainuu, as with the Niue Chamber Board Directors. The execution of the course is a partnership with Niue Chamber of Commerce and Oma Niue. Both Katrina Tawefasi and Fiafia Rex are alumni of the International Visitor Leadership Program funded by the US Embassy. Both are excited to connect this time around with empowering Niue women entrepreneurs for long-term economic prosperity. The Academy has been funded by the US Embassy in New Zealand with substantial in-kind contributions from both Niue Chamber and Oma Niue. The early child education, including the preschool students from villages around the island, took part in the yearly sports event last Friday.
Lakepa Village was full of excitement as kids came together to partake in their sports events. This was also used as an opportunity to educate and raise awareness about autism. The day started off with the kids separating their colorful attires from village preschools and ECE together with family and friends in support of autism children. The day was officially opened by the Minister of Education, Honourable Sauni Tongatule, who thanked the teachers for organising the sports day and government support for children with autism. The students were very keen and energetic to show their flair in competing with their respective age groups. For the girls division, Nora Rose Riggs took out first place, Ariane Mautama coming in second place, and Avery Pavihi taking the third place. For the boys division, Sefului was crowned the boys champion, while the second place was Elisala Sione and Piu Varea. And in third place was Longville Puheke. The next sports day will be hosted by Hakupu Village next year. Osana Seneholo, BCN News.
That ends our news for this evening. You have a great evening. Until next time, nona foa moi monuina.